If your kingdom spouse returns and there's someone else in the picture, you need to be patient. Be patient. God is teaching you something. And I'm going to explain exactly what happened to me. So basically, when I come in contact with my kingdom spouse, there was someone in the picture. My kingdom spouse got engaged with a counterfeit. So when I came in contact with my kingdom spouse, God told me clearly, I heard him saying to me, girl, I'm going to bring judgment upon your kingdom spouse while he is with you and also living with the counterfeit. But he's still going to be here and witness my judgment upon him while he is with the counterfeit. So it was so hard for me to accept that, the man I am in love with, the man I'm supposed to get married to, is living with another woman. In that moment, I felt like, God, you must really hate me. I felt small. I felt like, God, why are you asking me to do such a thing? And he was engaged to the counterfeit. But because God has said, this man, we belong to each other, therefore did everything just to make this relationship not work out. But again, it's always going to come down to God's saying. I was seeing my kingdom spouse every day, okay, Monday to Friday, but Saturday to Sunday, I won't say him. Why? Because, weekdays he's working. He pretend like he's going to work and then he come to see me. And then when it's weekend, I don't talk to this man. He don't talk to me. He don't call me. Even if I call, he doesn't respond to me. Do you know how small that make me feel? I feel like I'm the side chick. So I just couldn't take this. I just couldn't, my heart just couldn't deal with it. Guys, just be reasonable. Even if it's you can't take it. So any weekend this happen, I block him. I fight with him. This created a fight over and over again. And this man keep on telling me, girl, I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. God has shown me what to do. I know what I'm doing, but you need to be patient with me. Let me do what I'm doing. Be patient with me. Even though he did not admit that he's living with a counterfeit, but I know, come on, I knew he was living with a counterfeit. But he was just like, all he kept telling me is, girl, be patient with me. Be patient. I know what I'm doing. But I just can't. Look, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with this man. I just can't. Even if it's you can't. So I keep on failing this test, and because the devil know now, this is the point, this is not a trick that, he can get to me to delay my promise. He kept making this thing occur every weekend, every week, which made my kingdom spouse scared of being with me, because we fight every week. Because of this issue. But then it reached to the point, you remember I made a video, I think 2 days ago, about how the devil attacked my promise and then bring a counterfeit, my ex, into my life to make me believe that my ex is the one, my ex is a good option for me. So even the devil brought my ex into my life, guess what? God still took advantage of that. And how did he do this? My ex, the counterfeit, knew I was with my kingdom spouse. He even thought I am already married to my kingdom spouse. But because my kingdom spouse is not acting up right, I was calling my ex the counterfeit all the time. Even though the counterfeit knew that I was dating someone with someone, he still was patient with me. Whatever was happening between me and my kingdom spouse was happening exactly between me and the counterfeit. So at the weekend, for some reason, God made me not to call the counterfeit. And my kingdom spouse don't call me at the weekend. Even if I call, he doesn't respond. So when I call the counterfeit during the week, he answers. He laughs with me. He jokes with me. He's happy with me. He acts like nothing happened. He was patient with me, which made my heart soften toward the counterfeit to make me call him at the weekends. Do you get? So I knew God gonna take advantage of whatever devil sent on my way to harm me or to delay my blessing. I knew something. God was doing something with the counterfeit. There's a message in that counterfeit relationship. So on this specific night, midnight, when I brought this counterfeit issue into my prayer. I was like, God, what is the purpose of this counterfeit in my life? God give me a revelation. He say, because you are struggling to accept that, to be patient with your kingdom spouse. That's why, even though devil brought this counterfeit in your life to delay your blessing, your marital blessing, your union with your kingdom spouse, I am taking advantage of that and deliver my message to you. God was like to me, my daughter, you see how the counterfeit is patient with you? He doesn't care if you don't call him at the weekends. When you call him, he still responds and be happy and content that you called him. And he said, that is exactly I want you to be with your kingdom spouse while they are living with the counterfeit. Let it go of control. Be patient with them. Be patient with your kingdom spouse just the way, the counterfeit is patient with you. Guys, are you getting it? Are you getting the message? God said, be patient with your kingdom spouse. They are doing something. I'm still working behind the scene. My promise must to come to pass. It must still happen. I'm the one who promised you of this marriage. Best believe, my daughter, it will come to pass. But you need to be patient. You need to be patient. I was like, God, don't play with me. Like, don't play with me. God is a good God. I'm like, what? Even though he gave me this revelation about, this whole situation, it was still painful. God said to me, okay, you see how painful this is? That's how the counterfeit is feeling right now. I know it's not your fault that they are in your life, but that's how they are feeling. So if they can feel that and still be patient and still endure all those pain, you also can endure it for your kingdom spouse. You can also endure this. Yeah. So when your kingdom spouse returns, or if they're with you and there's someone else in the picture, or they're living with this counterfeit, be patient. God is still working behind the scene. God's still going to bring this promise to pass. This person is still your husband. She's still your wife. At the end of the day, it's still going to come down to whatever God said to you. So be patient.